Good morning, students. We will learn about the important question asked in the Viva on the ulna. Okay? तो सबसे पहले हम इस ulna के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. ओके या मैं बताऊंगा कि उसमें एग्ज़ामिनर कौन कौन से इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता है. जब भी एग्ज़ामिनर आपसे कहे कि आप ulna ले लो हाथ में एग्ज़ाम के वक्त, तब आप अल्ना को अपने हाथ में लेकर वर्टिकली पकड़ कर रखिए और ये देखिए कि अल्ना किस साइड की है. अगर आप अल्ना का साइड डिटरमाइन करेंगे, जो कि एग्ज़ामिनर पूछ सकता है कि आप बताइए कि ये अल्ना किस साइड की है, राइट की या लेफ़्ट की. सो वी आर नाउ ऑन द साइड डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ द अल्ना. नाउ अगर आप इसका अपर एंड देखें अल्ना का, तो दिस इज़ हुक शेप्ड. ओके, दिस इज़ द हुक शेप्ड upper end. It is quite expanded, and if you will see the lower end, it is quite narrow. This lower end is called as the head. Okay, now this has to be kept, okay, in such a way that this expanded upper end should be facing upward, and this head, which is quite narrow, showing an bony projection called as stellate process, and this stellate process is always placed posteromedially. It should be downward. It should be downward. तब आप बोन को बीच से पकड़ के वर्टिकल खड़ा करिए और ये देखिए कि इसकी जो नॉच है, जिसको कि अपन अल्नर नॉच बोलते हैं. ओके, ये नॉच जो है ट्रॉक्लियर नॉच बोलते हैं, क्योंकि ये ट्रॉक्लिया ऑफ द ह्यूमरस से आर्टिकुलेट करती है. ये ट्रॉक्लियर नॉच शुड फेस फॉरवर्ड, आगे की तरफ इसको फेस करना चाहिए. ठीक है, एंड देन यू शुड सी दैट देयर इज़ ए introssious border, that is the sharp introssious border. A sharp introssious border should be facing medially, I mean say laterally. It should be facing laterally. ये इसका मतलब ये है कि ये जो शार्प इंट्रोसियस बॉर्डर है, जिसको लैटरल बॉर्डर भी बोलेंगे, वो उसके साइड बाहर की तरफ, दैट मीन्स लैटरल साइड में या रेडियस की तरफ फेस करना चाहिए. सो साइड डिटर्मिनेशन में आपको दो ही फैक्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट हैं. दिस ट्रॉक्लियर नॉच ऑफ अल्ना शुड फेस फॉरवर्ड, एंड दिस शार्प इंट्रोसियस मार्जिन इट शुड फेस लैटरली. ओके, दिस विल गिव यू द साइड ऑफ द बोन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दिस is the trochlear notch of ulna, and it is facing anteriorly, and this is the radial, I mean say introssious sharp border. It has to face towards the outside or towards the lateral side. So this bone belongs to that of the left side. So you tell to the examiner, sir or madam, this bone belongs to the left side, and at that time you should hold the bone from the shaft or middle and keep it vertically. If it is of left side, hold the bone in left hand. जिस तरफ की भी बोन हो, उसको उसी हाथ में पकड़ करके वर्टिकली पकड़ करके आप उसकी साइड बताइए. ओके, ना उसके एनाटॉमिकल पोजीशन अगर एग्जामिनर पूछता है, वैसे तो नहीं पूछेगा, तो कहिए इट इज़ वर्टिकली प्लेस इन एनाटॉमिकल पोजीशन. द पोजीशन ऑफ अल्ना बॉडी के अंदर वर्टिकल होती है, तो इट इज़ हैज़ टू बी केप्ट. देयर इज़ नो प्रॉब्लम इन कीपिंग इट वर्टिकली हियर, ओके, टू द साइड टू विच इट बिलोंग्स. देन एग्जामिनर एक इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता है कि ये बोन और किन किन दूसरी बोनों से आर्टिकुलेट करती है या जॉइंट बनाती है. सो एट इट्स अपर एंड वेयर इट इज़ द ट्रॉक्लियर नॉच इज़ देयर, दिस विल कम इन आर्टिकुलेशन with that of the trochlea of the humerus. ह्यूमरस की ट्रॉक्लिया के साथ ये आर्टिकुलेट करके एल्बो जॉइंट बनाएगी. देन ऑन इट्स लैटरल सरफेस देयर इज़ ए नॉच हियर, and this notch is called as the radial notch of ulna. See this radial notch, and this radial notch of ulna will articulates with the head of the radius. Okay, just as I am articulating here, this will articulate with the head of the radius to form the superior radio-ulnar joint with the rim of the head. Okay, with the rim of the head. At the lower end, this ulna will form a joint with the ulnar notch of the radius here, and this will articulate with the articular surface of the head. But then there is another surface here on the inferior surface of the head of the ulna, which will articulate not with any bone, but it will articulate with a triangular interarticular disc, which will be taking part in the formation of the wrist joint. But this ulna don't take any part in the formation of the wrist joint. It is separated by the triangular articular cartilage. Okay, so these are the many bones which will form the articulation. Then he may ask you some of the bony feature. He may ask you the name of this. Okay, trochlear notch, upper portion of trochlear notch. This is called as the olecranon process. This is called as the coronoid process. And on the posterior aspect of this radial notch of ulna, you will see a strong ridge, and he may ask, definitely he will ask about the supinator crest. Where is location of? So the supinator crest you will have to identify as the posterior margin of the radial notch of the ulna here. Then he may also ask you about the stellate process and its position. The position of the stellate process in anatomical position is posteromedial to it. Okay, posteromedial to it. He may also ask about the various borders and surfaces. So the border which is starting here from that of this coronoid process, a anterior surface of the coronoid process, which is triangular here, anterior surface, just trace a rounded ridge. Okay, this is the anterior border, and opposite here is the posterior border, which is starting from the triangular area on the posterior surface of olecranon process, and this is the posterior border. And I have already said that this sharp margin is the lateral border. The surfaces will be an anterior surface, a medial surface, and a posterior surface. And on the posterior surface, he can ask about this vertical ridge, which is dividing the posterior surface in the medial and the lateral part. Lastly, he can ask the attachment of some important muscle, say for example, for the origin of the pronator quadratus. And this pronator quadratus takes origin from a rough ridge here on the anterior aspect near the lower end. Okay, that oblique rough ridge will give the origin of the pronator quadratus. Important thing he can ask also, what is attached to the supinator crest? Naturally, it is the origin of the supinator, and coneus is attached onto the aspect of the lateral aspect of the olecranon or lateral surface of the olecranon process. Okay, it is onto the olecranon process. Okay, this may be the questions. And about lastly about the ossification, if he is asking, you can tell him that the lower end is a growing end because the secondary center for lower end appears at the age of the 8 years. Okay, and then it will fuse around the 18 years. Okay, around the not 8 years, 5 or 6 years. Okay, 5th or 6th year. But for that of the upper end, it may appear on the 10th year and will fuse early around 16 or 7. That's why the lower end of the ulna is the growing end. Thank you very much for watching this short video.